Students, welcome once again to the Oval Academy of Education. In today's video lecture, we are going to discuss here with ICSE class 7. Subject is math and book is your Foundation Mathematics by R.S. Agarwal. So lesson is chapter 16, that is fundamental geometrical concepts. So students, before proceeding into chapter, we are going to discuss here with some basic concepts related to the chapter. So as the chapter is fundamental geometrical concepts, so the concepts should be are also basic concepts are also related to the geometrical concepts. So first thing I am going to told here is what is a point. So point is a point is a mark of an exact location, right? So the mark that shows us exact location is called a point. So if I put a dot here, this is a point, right? So this point has no dimensions, that is no length, no breadth and no thickness, right? It occupies no space, just a dot. So in general we draw a point or mark a point like a fine dot marked with a sharp-edged pencil that represents our point, right? So how can we represent our point? We represent or denote this point by putting a capital letter. So if I put here P, so this is a point, right? So if I put here another point, if I want to represent it on paper, then I will say it a point Q, right? Here is a point P, here is a point Q, right? So this was this is a point. Next thing we are going to learn here is what is a line segment. So if I want to define line segment, so how can I write its definition? I can write it as the straight path from A to B is called the line segment, or first it is represented by AB and a small line over AB, right? So how I can represent it on the paper? So I have said here a straight path from A to B. Suppose this is A, this is B, right? So this straight path from A to B is called a line segment. Right, students? So we can represent it AB over AB with line over AB, right? So what are these A and B called? Points A and B are called endpoints. Endpoints of line segment AB. So these are endpoints, right? So what is the length of line segment AB? The distance between A and B is called the length of AB. Thus, a line segment has a definite length. What we have seen here is a line segment has a definite length that can be measured, right? So we can measure this length AB of the line segment, right? So how many line segments can be drawn within these 2 points A and B, or endpoints A and B? Then when 2 fixed points are given, only one line segment can be drawn with these 2 points as its end points. So we have to keep in mind only one line segment, when 2 fixed points are given, one and only one line segment can be drawn within these 2 points as its end points, right? 2 line segments are said to be equal. If I draw another line segment of this length, length of AB, so line P and Q, so they are of equal length, they are called equal, right? They are said to be equal if they have and only if they have the same length, right, students? So next is array. What is array? So first we will do its definition. A line segment extended endlessly in one direction is called a array, right? So what is the definition? A line segment extended endlessly in one direction is called array, right? If I draw a line segment like we have drawn on the previous page, suppose it is A and this is B. So if I draw it from here endlessly, show endless by this, so it is called a line segment, right? So how we will represent it? We will represent a line segment, array like line segment, but putting the sign of arrow overhead AB, right? So this is array we just draw it like a line segment, but show is endlessness by the arrow, and hence we represent it by putting an arrow over AB, right? So a ray AB has one endpoint, namely A. One endpoint, namely A, right? Called the initial point of ray AB. A ray does not have a definite length. It doesn't have a definite length, right? So any number of rays can be drawn with the same initial points. So any number of rays. So from suppose I put a initial point O here. So can I draw any number of rays from O? Yes, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So how we will give them name? A. This is endless point. B, right? C, D, E. So we can draw any number of rays with the same initial point. So one thing here we have to keep in mind. Suppose I write, I have drawn, see this ray here. If I draw like it, like this, right, and here I give this as name B, and this is A, and this is A, and I show its endless point here. So are they same? No, because they are different, because both have different initial points and they proceed in different direction. It is proceeding in this direction, it is proceeding in this direction, right? So let us move on to the next. So next is line. So line is a line segment extended endlessly in both directions is called a line. Right, students, when we extend this line segment in both directions endlessly, it becomes a line. Suppose I draw this. Here I show endlessness, here also I show. So this is point A, this is point B, right? So this is a line. So how we will represent it? We will represent is AB or BA. How? Both directions can be shown as here, AB or BA, right? So these arrows in opposite directions indicate that the line is endless in both directions. Thus a line has no endpoints, and as such no definite length, right? So as the line is endless, it cannot be drawn on a paper. We can simply represent a line as shown here, right? However, sometimes a line is represented by a small letter LM, LM or N, etc. Right? If I draw a line here like this, I can represent it with a small letter L, right? So students, this was difference between line segment, ray and a line. Now you have understood well what we say, what we put, what we understand when we say a line segment, ray or a line, right? Let us move to the next point. What is a plane? Next thing we are going to learn is what is a plane. So a plane, we notice, or you have noticed a lot of flat surfaces in our daily life, like the top of a table, the surface of a wall, top of table, surface of wall, a face of the blackboard, or all the flat surfaces. So what does we say in the mathematics when we say a plane? So a smooth flat surface which extends endlessly in all the directions is called a plane, right students? So this plane has length, breadth, but no thickness or boundary, right? If I draw a figure like this is a triangle, this is a rectangle, right? Circle and pentagon, etc. These are all plane, so we call them as plane figures, right? So let us move to the next. What are collinear points? So when we say collinear points, we mean that three or more points lying in a plane are said to be collinear. This is O. Why? If they all lie on the same line. So if the three or more points lie on the same line, they are said to be collinear points, right? So how can I draw these collinear points? I can draw these collinear points. If I draw a line L and put 3 points, this is A, this is B, this is C, right? They all lie on the same line L, so they are collinear points. So if I write these points as this, X, Y, Z, they are not in not in the same line, so they are non-collinear or not collinear points, right? Next we are going to discuss is intersecting lines. So two lines having a common point are called intersecting lines, right? Two lines having a common point are called intersecting lines. So how we will draw intersecting lines? If I draw this line and this line, right? Both these have a common point, that is O, right? So it's 2 point, like suppose this is CD, this is AB. So both these lines have a common point O. So this is called point of intersection, right? So this is point of intersection. These two lines AB and CD are having a common point O, which is called point of intersection, right? So let us move to next definition, concurrent lines. So students, these definitions are very important for you when you will move, not in this class but also in your higher classes. These are very basic things you should know in case of geometry. So concurrent lines, 3 or more lines in a plane. I am using the word in a plane are said to be concurrent if all of them intersect at the same point. So 3 or more lines are when two lines having a common point, they are called intersecting lines. When three or more lines in a plane are said to be concurrent if all of them intersect the same point. So if I draw this line, these all are intersecting on a common point P. So these are concurrent lines. So P is known as point of concurrence right. So here it was called point of intersection, here it is called point of concurrence. Next, is parallel line. Or we can in short represent them parallel lines, right? So two lines suppose L and M in a plane are said to be parallel if they have no point in common, right? And we write them as L is parallel to M. So I draw it here as this line, they have no common point or the point at which they are intersecting, so they are called parallel lines, right? So they always remain parallel and remains the same, right? So keep in mind these things also, these three things also, students. So first is an infinite number of lines can be drawn to pass through a given point in a plane. So if I draw a point here, so we can draw infinite number of lines from this point. There is no limit, students, keep it in mind, right? So second thing is there is one and only one line that can be drawn to pass through two given points in a plane, right? And this line lies wholly in the plane. Suppose I draw a plane like this, a rectangle, right? There is one and only one line. So if I draw 2 points P and Q, so we can draw only one line through these points, not another line. So this line wholly lines is or completely lies in this plane, right? Number third, you have to keep in mind two lines lying in a plane either intersect exactly at one point or are parallel. In a plane, either they will intersect or they would be parallel, right, students? So these are intersecting lines, these are parallel lines, keep in mind. Next, we are going to start your first exercise, that is exercise 16a. Right, students? So as we have learned till now, we can give answers. Answer the following questions. How many endpoints does a line segment AB have? Endpoint AB, A and B are 2 points, so this answer is 2. Right? How many endpoints does a ray have? A ray has only 1 point. Right? Only 1 point. How many endpoints a line AB have? So how many endpoints a line AB have? So it has none. So our answer here would be none. Right? We have learnt in the previous pages all this. Which of the following has a definite length? Which of the following does AB has a definite length? No, because it is endless. So this answer here is no. Its both ends are endless. So this answer here is also no. And this is line without endless points, without arrow. So this answer as it has a definite length. Right? Next, number 3. How many lines can be drawn to pass through two given fixed points P and Q? So it has given fixed points P and Q. So we can draw only one line from here. So our answer would be 1 only, or only 1. Right? Let us move to next question, number 4. How many lines can be drawn to pass through a given point? I have told you we can draw infinite lines from the given point, or infinite. Right? Question number 5. A fixed point P is given. How many rays can be drawn? With P as initial point. This is point P, rays. So we can draw indefinite number of rays. So infinite. Draw a line segment of 5.3. So with the help of a scale, put point A here, measure the length 5.3. Suppose it is at B, so we can meet these ends with the help of scale. Right? So this is a line AB, line segment AB of length 5.3 centimeter. Right, students? Next, mark 6 points PQ are XYZ such that PQ are collinear and XYZ are non-collinear. So we draw a line here. P, suppose A here. So are collinear on the same line. This, like this, P, Q, R. XYZ are non-collinear. We can put X, Y, Z. These are non-collinear. Right? So question number 8. How many lines can be drawn through 3 collinear points? So 3 collinear points we can draw. I have just drawn here only one line. So answer would be 1. Non-collinear And how many lines can be drawn through the three non-collinear points? We can draw one line here, we can draw two line here, three line here. The three non-collinear points can give us three lines, right? What is the maximum and minimum number of points of intersection of the three lines? So maximum and minimum of points of intersection of the three lines. So these could be three. What is the maximum? Maximum number could be 3 and minimum number could be 0, right? So let us move to the next. Next is multiple choice questions in the exercise 16b. So here number of lines that can pass through any given point is infinite. So this is the answer D. Two planes intersect in a line. Two planes intersect in a line, right? Two lines which never meet are called parallel lines. So this is answer B. Number of lines that can be drawn passing through two given points in a plane is, so only one. Two given points, I have drawn earlier 2 points, only one line. In how many points do two intersecting lines meet? Only 1 point. Intersecting line meets only 1 point, at only 1, right? So next, what is next? So what next is mental maths. So mental maths, a dash has no dimensions. I have told you earlier, a point has no dimensions. Lines segment extended endlessly in one direction is called a ray. I have told you earlier. The points lying on the same line are said to be collinear points. Said to be collinear. The point at which three or more lines lying in a plane intersect is called the point of concurrence. A smooth flat surface which extends endlessly in all the directions is called I have told you earlier, plane, right? Next is what? Right, true or false. 2 points are always collinear, so this is very true. We can write here as true. A line has no end points, so this is also true. A ray extends endlessly, so this is also true. Two lines in a plane always intersect, no, this is false. Only one line can be drawn through two given points in a plane. Yes, 2 points gives us only one line, so this is also true. So students, this was your exercise 16a and 16b along with multiple choice questions and mental maths, right? So we have completed our chapter. So video has also gone quite long. If you have understood it well, please make more and more like and subscriptions, right? This is all from us now. We will meet in the next video with some new chapter, right? Learn these things very well. It are very useful for you in your next classes, especially in 8th and 9th and 10th, right? So it's goodbye from us now. Bye bye.